America. The day has finally arrived. Fidel Castro is gone. I personally think he's dead, but the news is that he's just retired, handing over the reins to his spry 76-year-old brother Raul. I think it's only fitting that we might pause for a few minutes for a tribute that gives Fidel Castro his due. In a world of dictator wannabes, Fidel Castro was the real thing. So, it's with a tearful eye that we say adios to Cuba's El Presidente as he retires today after a 49-year reign of terror that any other self-imposed socialist leader could be proud of. Let's take a fond look back to the Fidel everybody loves, none more than our own Hollywood elite. Filmmaker Steven Spielberg called the lingering dinner he shared with Fidel Castro, quote, the 8 most important hours of my life. Oh, I'm sure, Steve, that's music to the ears of thousands of Cubans that Fidel killed or imprisoned. Hey, Steve, compared to Cuba, Jurassic Park is Disneyland. After his 3-hour meeting, actor Jack Nicholson said Castro was, quote, a genius. I'd like to tell Jack that Castro built a reputation on killing first and questioning later. But maybe Jack just can't handle the truth. Chevy Chase said he believes socialism works and explained that Cuba proves, quote, it's conclusive that there have been areas where socialism has helped keep people stabilized. Sure, Chevy, a lifetime of poverty is stable, but I'm not sure the impoverished Cubans would agree that means socialism is working. Ah, the list goes on and on. Robert Redford, Spike Lee, Oliver Stone, Woody Harrelson, Danny Glover, Shirley MacLaine, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kevin Costner, they have all visited Castro and acted like teenage groupies begging for an autograph. Just so you know, guys, Castro's red carpet, actually a white carpet, soaked with the blood of his own murdered countrymen. Farewell from Tinseltown, Fidel, and good luck to your brother Raul, who steps in to continue your tireless effort to deny human rights, torture political prisoners, and ban free and fair elections. Raul, you do your part, and American movie stars will do theirs by continuing to kiss Castro's ass. And Fidel, when you get a chance, which I hope is sometime soon, say hello to Satan for us, will you? Let's go to Michael Medved now. He's a syndicated talk show host. Michael, I don't understand the love affair with these dictators. You've got it with Castro and Chavez. The progressives in the early 20th century, they were all up with Lenin and Stalin and Mussolini. What is it that they love about these guys?
Castro is a special case because he has cultivated these people and he has a lot in common with them. I mean, one of the things that apparently he talks about with visiting movie stars is Castro, how do you put it, has a Clintonian appetite for the fair sex. And this is an item that he clearly shares with some of the visiting dignitaries.
Okay, I think I just threw up in my mouth just a little bit. I mean, Michael, jeez, for the... okay.
Yeah, but it's appropriate. What you were saying is so profoundly true. What I happen to know some of the principals in Hollywood who are Cuban American, who have tried to tell Tinseltown the truth about this monstrous individual. People like Nestor Alejandros, an Oscar-winning cinematographer. People like Andy Garcia, who made a fine film about the real brutality of the Cuban regime called The Lost City. And yet the movie stars are so invested in seeing Cuba as a demonstration that communism works, and it works beautifully. It truly is pathetic and sickening. I hope they all have a good time at the funeral.
I mean, I don't understand why they don't hate him just for the making people drive really old cars that can't be good for the environment. You've got Spielberg saying it's the 8 most important hours of his life.
Yeah, I wonder what Mrs. Spielberg thought about that. Yeah. I mean, you'd think maybe the honeymoon, who knows?
Unbelievable. You've got all these people in Hollywood that wear these Che t-shirts. Do they miss the fact that Che came over to Cuba, rounded up a bunch of people, including poets and artists and everything else, and slaughtered them?
Yes, they missed that profoundly. That's why they're continuing to recapture the magic of Che in movies. There's a forthcoming film starring Benicio del Toro, Oscar winner, directed by Oscar winner Steven Soderbergh, which glorifies Che. There was a previous film about Che, which my brother and I included in our list of the 50 worst films of all time, called Che, starring Jack Palance as Fidel Castro. A truly awful film. The fascination here is so bizarre, especially when you talk about the 3 million heroic Cuban Americans who voted with their feet and have come here to this country, enriched this country enormously, and will be celebrating tonight.
Michael, here's what's so bizarre. Hollywood, they're always talking about, you know, the poor, the downtrodden, blah, 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 blah. They're the ones that are leading the way for us to give trophies to every loser in school. You know, oh, you came in 14th place, here's a trophy. Yet this weekend, they have the Oscars. And they're also, actors are both male and female now. I've been yelled at here in New York. I'm an actor, not an actress. Yet there's still Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress. This place is completely upside down every step of the way. They're rich, and yet they want to point out and say, like Chevy Chase, socialism works. Look at this. It's stabilized people economically. Yes, in poverty.
Okay, here's the secret, Glenn. I've struggled with this for years, as you have. The secret is that many people in the entertainment industry feel guilty about their own wealth. They know that they earned it in an arbitrary way, not because they are so much better than somebody who's still working as a waiter in Beverly Hills, but they earned it out of luck. They believe that all of capitalism works that way, that people have goodies showered on them, not because of their own hard work or creativity, but because of good fortune and luck. That guilt produces this fascination with socialism, which, by the way, the Obama campaign, in the Obama campaign in several offices, they had posters of Che Guevara on display there.
I know. Thank you so much, Michael.